Okay, so this is the MG S5 released in the UK in 2025, and this is the replacement to the MG ZS. This is an SUV, but it's fully electric and it's built completely from the ground up. This is a car that's designed to take on the Kia EV3 and the Skoda Elroq. And prices start around about the £28,000 mark. So again, relatively cheap for a full EV brand new car to the UK with, let's face it, absolutely amples of room inside for you, family, luggage, whatever it might be. Okay, so let's take a look around the vehicle. Let's have a look inside. So as you can see inside, there is plenty of legroom. The rear seats are very slightly inclined to make them a little bit more comfortable. I'm about 5'9", and that's my driving position there, and this has got plenty of legroom, very comfortable. So seat pads lift up a little bit, back leans back, so I feel in a very comfortable position. Yeah. Now, one thing that is missing from the back of this MG S5 are pockets. There are actually no pockets on the rear of the driver or passenger seat, which I'm not quite sure why they've done that, because they're very useful for putting things in, especially if you do have younger kids. And we've got a flat floor here, obviously no exhaust, so we've got a flat floor. We've got air vents in the back, which is nice for each passenger, so each side is different, and a single USB charger in the back. A dual one would have been a little bit better, I think. The only thing that's missing from this, and MG missed this out on the MG4, is there's no rear lights in the back. So at night, the interior of the cabin is very dark. I ended up putting LED strip lights in mine to kind of brighten it up a little bit. But yeah, there's actually no lights on the inside of it. Let's have a look at the front. So under the bonnet, it's pretty much the same as the MG4. Got a screen wash down here, we've got coolants for the batteries here, brake, fluid, battery, fuses, and a big plastic cover over the top of the electrics. Huge waste of space. Why are they still putting this in here now? Most modern manufacturers are now putting a frunk in so you can put your charging cables or a small overnight bag or something in there. The MG6, which is the new model that we'll be reviewing soon, they've put a fairly substantial size frunk in the front of the new one, so it's good use of space. You know, you move them pipes around a little bit around there, you could get quite a fair size piece of storage in there, but they haven't. So LED front light, and I don't know if this is being picked up on the camera, but we've got light, blank, blank, light, blank and light. So it gives it like a checkered flag touch, a nod to the heritage of British motoring and MG, I think there. But yeah, it looks like a black and white checkered flag. So we've got roof bars on the top, so you can quite easily attach a roof box for, again, additional storage. If you're traveling, you've got these roof bars that are fixed to the roof and you can easily attach a roof box to them. Okay, so inside the vehicle, almost identical layout to the MG4. Same steering wheel, same controls on the steering wheel. So if you come from one of them, you'll recognize it. It feels almost the same. Instead of the dashboard with your miles and your battery percentage and stuff, rather than that being floating on the dashboard, it's now built into this, actually built in, so it looks a little bit better. Touchscreen, bigger than the MG4, and it's much more responsive as well. They've added this little bit of a center console here. They've took the cup holders from underneath, they put them on the top, which is actually better. It's easier to get your drinks in and out of. but I do think you're restricted in the height of the cup because you've got controls just above there. So you're probably like a normal Costa coffee cup or a Starbucks or something, and that's probably all you could fit in there, not your big water bottles that you might have. We've got a dial for your gears, so reverse, neutral, drive, handbrake, park, all here. Now they have got rid of the USB sockets from underneath. Now the USB sockets used to hide underneath this center console here, and my car's got scratches all over it where I've been trying to plug in USB cables when needed, and because you can't easily see them, you tend to scratch it. They've got rid of them, which is a good thing. Where have they put them? So in this cubbyhole there are 2 USB-Cs, which is great. It means your phone's out the way, you're not going to be distracted by it while it's on. And if you leave it on charge, it's hidden out of the way. So yeah, much better option that is. As far as controls are concerned, very tactile. Love the silver buttons. Air vents, they're nice, they're stiff, but not over stiff. You feel like you're precise when you're adjusting them. Again, you can turn the air conditioning on and you're using proper tactile buttons, which is great. I think a lot of manufacturers have realised that we don't want everything on the centre console. Now we'd like to touch a button, and so they're now building in extra buttons as well. So fantastic. MG, listen and adapt it. Interior lights up here, courtesy lights and so on. Headroom, loads. About this much headroom. Very, very good. Manual levers for moving your seat up and down, tilting and so on. Not automatic on this version. I don't know if they do them on any of the models, to be honest, but it's not the end of the world. Once they're set, that's pretty much it. As far as materials are concerned, squishy plastic, fake carbon. This is quite squidgy on the doors, so it's quite nice when you go put your hand, your elbow on there. Again, firm plastics all around, but yeah, it feels a bit cheap, but it's not over the top cheapness. If you want the long range version of this, you're talking about 31,500, so not a massive jump up, but you do get that extra range. And then the top of the range is the trophy edition, which is about £34,000. But like I say, there are usually good deals to be had on MG, so do shop around and go and speak to your local dealership. I'm sure you will get a bargain. Okay, so one of the big features of the MG S5 when it was the MG Pilot, which you can access by clicking the vehicle at the bottom, then going to MG Pilot. Now what you can do in here is you can customize all the bings and bongs that your vehicle does, and you can say, speed limit recognition, not interested. Or I am interested, but don't give me a bong about it. Or change when the speed limit changes, give me a bong just to let me know. Okay. Front collision assist, again, you can do it so it just alerts you, or you can do it so it'll brake the car automatically as well, and you can adjust the sensitivity. Big thing on the MG4 was the lane assist. It was quite happy to try and make you run over cyclists. They have toned it down a little bit in the later models and in this MG S5. But again, what you can do here, you can say, actually, I'm not interested in that at all. Just turn it off. I don't want it. Blind spot detection, door opening, rear collisions, fatigue monitor. So here on the dashboard, there is a little camera that faces the driver, and when it looks like you are becoming fatigued, you're yawning maybe, or your eyes are not focusing, it will tell you that you are fatigued and you should pull over and have a break, which is really good. BYD do that very well. It's caught me a few times while I've been driving. So again, all these, you can turn these on and off as you wish, and then you can just say, set it as a custom. I'm going to turn that one on. What I can now do is swipe down, go to here, MG Pilot, confirm, and all those settings are now changed. That's it. It is as simple as that. Once you've set them up, all you need to do going forward is just click the MG Pilot, confirm, and that's fantastic. It will remember what you've turned on and off, and it will set them up each time. It makes it so much easier than going through each of the menus and turning stuff on and off all the time. Whether it should be that easy is debatable, because they are safety features and they are designed to make driving safer for you and other road users. However, sometimes they get really annoying, and sometimes you just don't want to hear those bings and bongs, so you can turn them off. So anyway, it gives you the ability to do that in a single button, which is fantastic. So just like in the MG4, you can program these up. So if I press this button here, it takes me over to my air conditioning, and using this joystick on the right hand side, I can turn the temperature up or down, and I can turn the fan speeds up or down as well. And that's all done via the steering wheel, which makes life so much easier. And to come off it, you just press that star button again. Boot release is on the right hand side of the MG badge, as you can see. And in here is a huge amount of space. So front to back, up to this plate here, you're talking 85 centimeters deep. And across the narrowest bit here, you are talking 108 centimeters. Now, the height is restricted by this upper level here. So if I take this down, so from here to the inside is about 70 centimeters. Now, what you can do is you can take out plate, this little board, and then that drops it down to 85 centimeters. So you gain an extra 15 centimeters by taking out that board, which means you can get a lot more stowage in the boot. You can put your granny cable, your charger cable in there, slide that in place, and it's all hidden away, and you've got the full boot for storage. Now, as I say, as this is an SUV, it's off the mark is a little bit slower than the MG4. So the 0 to 62 on this is about 7.3 to 7.7 seconds, which is not massively rapid. It is compared to a petrol car, but it's not compared to other EVs. I think my MG4 is about 5.86 seconds, something like that. Compare that to a BYD Seal, which is, only about 3.8 seconds, 0 to 62. It's an SUV, it's designed for families, it's got plenty of legroom in the back for your adults or your leggy teenagers, plenty of space in the boot for your luggage, suitcases and so on, roof bars on the top, so you can easily put a roof box onto the vehicle as well. Extremely comfortable driving position. There's loads of buttons in there, so you're not having to rely on touch screens for controlling your temperature and your fan speeds and your volume and everything. There's actually physical buttons in there, which is fantastic. And it's not slow. This is a replacement to the MG ZS, and let's say this is a full EV that's been designed from the ground up for this battery and for this job. It's not like some manufacturers where they take a existing petrol or diesel car and try and shoehorn a battery in there and it just doesn't work. This is designed with the battery and the car's built around it. So absolutely cracking car. You've got other competitors on the market from MG. So you've got the MG4 Urban, which is the new facelift version of the MG. I don't like that as much because it is front wheel drive. I do like a rear wheel drive car. Or you've got the MG S6 just being released, but that is more of a saloon car for more motorway cruising, much more range, much more battery, but it's a much higher price and not so much room in the boot as well. If you're looking for a car that suits a family like I say, going away for weekends, traveling, taking football kits and cones if you're like a soccer mom, soccer dad or something, then this is the vehicle that you are looking for. Hopefully this video was of use to you. If it was, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel, and I really do appreciate that. And I can't say that enough. I really do appreciate everybody who subscribes and likes and interacts in the comments below. So let me know in the comments, are you looking for a new EV? And if so, would you consider the MG-S5 over an MG4 Urban or some other cars such as the Kia 3 or the Skoda Enyaq?